Good evening, everybody. And thank you for tuning in. You know what time it is. It is Tuesday, December 17th, currently 7:48 Central Standard Time. And it's time for the Roundtable, folks. This is exciting. All four of us are together. Uh, and this is going to be a great show. We got some great trivia for you later. You know, we do a trivia show every year. We just so happen to pick this week because it'll be fun. But yeah, as always, I'm Nick Rosario doing my best to steer this crazy ship that we have here with these three. It's always a good time. So with that, you know I'm never alone, of course. So let's see how everybody's doing this week. Delilah, we'll start with you. How are you, my dear? How's it going?
I'm doing great. It's the week before holiday break, which means for 2 weeks I don't have to deal with school stuff.
That's always a
So,
beautiful thing, isn't it?
it's great. Even as admin, you still have a lot to do, but because everybody, for the first time in a long time, everybody's going on vacation at the same time. So no
Uh,
kids, no
right.
schools, no nothing. So, woo. And I'm going to Puerto Rico next week. Woo woo.
Oh, good for you, my dear. I like that. Why not? Have a couple of coquito shots for me, will you? I
I
appreciate it.
will.
Fantastic. I love it.
It's Mofongo.
Mofongo. What'd you call me? Stop it, Tina.
Ooh, Tina knows what's up. See, I
Right,
appreciate
mofongo.
people who know.
Look at well, since Spicy decided to chime in there, how you doing there, Tina? How's it going there, Mofongo? What's up?
I mean, I'm having dreams of Mofongo with some coquito. I do love Puerto Rico. I've been there like 5 times,
Oh,
so
beautiful. No, that's
it's
great.
wonderful. I'm doing really, really good. It's a big football week for me this week because we have
Yeah,
another game on Thursday.
yes you
So
do. Yes you do.
all good football here. So I'm doing really good, and I'm also getting my house ready for my party that you will get to see on Saturday, Nick. So
Yes, I will be attending. I will be attending.
yes,
I'll be there at
so
some point. I
I'm
haven't seen my buddy
busy,
Chewy, so
stressed, but happy. Those are
very good.
my team.
Very good. Love it. Handy,
Yeah,
how you doing down there, my brother? All alone in the lower right corner on my screen. How's it going down there? What you doing, man?
I'm doing all right, Nick. I just want to tell you. I just want to tell you. Come tell you today. We were just talking. Y'all was talking. And my name came up before the show. They said, "How long you been waiting on the show to start?" That's it ever. That's a long time. You take the 4 off this something. Just saying. I'm here. I'm having a good time. We're sitting
Right.
over here. Somebody called my name, talking about Bernie Mac Black. I've been black a long time. I'm
Mhm.
just saying. Anyway, I'm in a good spot.
Good.
We were folks. You guys have no idea. Sometimes before we come on, we loosen up, and we were in very rare form
Yes.
before the show started. So we ready to do this. We ready to do this double thing. You know what I'm saying? I'm saying I'm tired.
Some weeks I
Tired.
feel
We
like the
ready.
show before the show is what I wish you guys could have seen because
Oh
sometimes it's
man,
just the
I
conversation
don't.
just
I don't.
take
I don't know. I don't know. Much like the conversation we had about certain TV shows that couldn't come back, we might. they people be coming for us if that's
well
all we talk about before we come on the air.
probably
But
true, but
yeah, it's great. Work has been work, but it's almost Christmas. It just hit me today. You know something? I was thinking, and I know that Shaq say I don't do that very often, but I'm gonna say what I'm gonna say because they feed me Subway sandwiches between the breaks, and I was just thinking that after this week I work for 1 day, then I'm off for 2 days. Then I
okay.
work for 2 more days, then I'm off for 2 more days, then I go back to work, then I'm off for 2 more days. That ain't a bad deal at all. That's not a bad deal at all. So I'm, yeah, I'm looking forward to the holidays. My brother's coming to town on Saturday, and
Okay. Nice.
we're not by birth. We adopted each other. He is significantly younger than I am, and if you saw him, you'd be like, yeah, your dad might have to have a talk with your mom because he's definitely not this shade for sure, for sure.
Oh
But
wow.
but you can't tell him that. You get him to dancing. Don't put on NSYNC. He start pop locking. I'm like, it's like he's like somewhere between Eminem and Malibu's Most Wanted. That's the way I would describe him. But anyway,
Already.
having said all of that, I am very happy to be here today. McDonald's will be closed at all locations from now through New Year's. But please feel free to use the mobile app between tonight and tomorrow when we close, and you get yourself a free McFlurry. We found somebody to fix the machine.
Fantastic. Love a good McFlurry. All right. Well, on that note, that means we can start the show now. So, as always, what do we start with? A coin toss. All righty. Of course. So, coin toss is always where we just talk about different things. This week, we're going to talk a little bit about our teams. So, Dalal, I'm just going to get this out of the way because our team has really nothing to play for, and we just suck to holy hell. So, what? I'm just going to ask you: do we even win another game this season? Where the hell are the Bears going? Like, what are we doing? What do
I
you
don't
think?
think it matters at this point.
It doesn't matter.
To me, it's sad because it's so obvious that everybody has lost their like any sort of competitive will, like on both sides. Because remember, like up to a few weeks ago, our defense actually tried to keep us in the games, and even they gave up.
Yeah.
And so that, as we know, even though I'm glad like coaches are gone, but we also know that management is the other issue, right? And so, I want what happened with the Washington Commanders. I don't want to be sold to Jeff Bezos. There's a lot of reasons why I don't want that to happen, but I
Right.
do. It's time to pass the torch, and I would like a group like with the Washington Commanders because they obviously know what they're doing, right? Like that's kind of what I want to happen in something like that. Like if sell the team and get a group like that actually takes time to analyze things, to study football, like to want to actually win, to hire the right people. It's time, it's time. So that's what I want to happen is Bears team to be sold to a group of investors that know what they're doing. I would prefer a group, like I said, than like one single entity.
Yeah, it's just so sad because you just don't feel. Do you ever get the sense that they're never going to sell? Like even when Virginia passes, she's 100 years old, but it'll
Well,
just go to her
I
son.
don't
It'll
think
go.
the
It'll go to
Suns.
Mike McCaskey back. Then he owns the team again.
I don't think the Suns are in it like she was. To be honest, like
Well,
I don't think that they have the same, I guess, tenacity and the will to own this team. I really think that the only reason they're holding on to that is because of Virginia. I don't think they have that same. You can tell that choices they're making, right? Like the fact that they've had decades to learn about football, how to hire the right managers, right? How to hire the right football-minded people, how to hire the right coaches, all of that literally decades because she's over 100 years old.
she's 100.
When I
But
say
we're also very cheap though too.
no, I know, but I'm saying, but even being cheap, you can still figure stuff out, right? But they haven't, and so I don't believe that they have the same goal that she did. They don't have the same fire which is sad that Papa Bear had, right? He was literally like the last of
Yeah.
football minded, and that was back in the 30s, 40s, which is crazy, right?
They don't. We still spend our money. We're
Right.
like what top 5 in merchandise still. The
No,
damn Bears.
and
So
I think,
everybody,
and that's, but I still believe that because of that, because they want to make money, and because I think, believe it or not, there are minority owners of the Bears. Just no one
Yeah.
ever talks about them. But even they're waiting for Virginia to die because then you can start talking to the business part. That's the part that I think they can get to is the business part of things. Like, listen, let's just make some money. You'll still be billionaires because it's true.
Right.
Right? And just sell the team so that they could move forward with it, especially with the fact that it looks like we're going to a new place, right? New stadium, all that stuff. You might as well start fresh.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah,
No, it's just sad because, like, again, we all know what the expectation was this year to at least be better than we were last year. I mean, we won 7 games last year. We're not even going to win that this year. So you can't tell me that's progress. I don't care what you say. There's nothing good happened this year. Let's just be honest. Outside of hiring Waldron and Eberflus, what really good still happened? Nothing. So you start 4-2 and you've lost 8 games in a row. Who cares?
We gotta stop going. We've gotta stop going to games. We've gotta start. I hope because we can't stop other people who are Bears fans. Because believe it or not, there are Bears fans outside of Chicago. But we as fans, like, we gotta stop. Like, stop buying their crap, stop buying their merchandise, stop buying tickets, stop watching their games.
Yeah, I know. We won't, but I get you.
I know. It happened briefly with the Bulls. That's how we got like Derrick Rose and them. Like, remember when the Bulls were selling tickets for like $5?
Well, I think that was the revolt against Jerry Krause, though, for breaking up the
Well,
dream.
you know
You know,
what
that
I'm saying? Though?
championships.
It was like,
People got upset by that, so they boycotted Jerry for like 2-3 years, and then
but it's the same idea, though.
yeah, I get you.
You see
I
what
get
I
what you're
mean?
saying.
Like, it's
Yeah.
the same idea of boycotting owners, boycotting, the ownership, the man, whoever it is, because it did work.
Yeah.
First, brief stint there, we did have like I know that I'm talking basketball, but I'm saying it's just a comparison.
No, I got you. I know where you're going with this. Yeah,
If you're
absolutely.
a Chicago fan, it's really sad.
It is. Oh, it's terrible. I was telling Sean before we went on. I'm like, I got so disgusted watching yesterday's game. I literally just had it on in the background while I was doing other things. I'm like, I don't even want to watch this, but I kept it on just because that's what I do. But yeah, I don't. It's there's nothing you could say. We're 4-10. We're probably not going to be any better than that. We could lose these last 3 games and just be 4-13 this year. So whatever we got to do to turn it around, hey, that's what we got to do. We'll see how the offseason goes. I have no idea what the hell's going to go on. So I'm going to stop trying to predict what I think should happen because it never does the way I think.
Everybody got to go.
Right. I'm just done. Right. Get rid of everybody.
One thing to say.
Go ahead, Tina. Yeah, absolutely.
Delilah was talking about how she wasn't even sure if they would sell the team. Remember, the Bears will probably be in the same situation that the Broncos were in when Pat Bowen died. And part of the reason why the family ended up selling the team the way that they did is because they could not afford the inheritance taxes
of
the team. They had to sell the team in order to pay those inheritance taxes.
Well, that could definitely be a situation. Right. Fingers crossed, kids. Fingers crossed.
And
not that we want for to die, but
Citadel. Ken Griffith, who owns Citadel, is also interested in buying a team. And he's very similar to the guy that bought the Washington Commanders. Now, Bezos, yes, has more money, but depending on how they do things and the way they're kind of starting to reduce some of the rules and stuff, it could be really interesting. I mean, considering every team that's been sold in the past 10 years has gone for over $5 billion, I think there's going to be a huge jump in worth for the Bears when they actually come down, if they have to sell.
I would think so. People know you can make money with this team. You got to know that.
McCaskey's, I think, will sell because I don't think they want anything
Nick
to do
is the one that thought they wouldn't sell, but I agree with you, Tina.
Yeah.
Like I said, hopefully I'm wrong. Like, hopefully they prove me wrong in a great way because I would love that. But enough about our loser team. We'll get off of the Bears for now.
Winners.
Yeah. Handy, we're going to go to you because I find that your Falcones are in a very interesting situation here, my brother. You guys are currently 7-7 after a field goal game yesterday that I thought was, I switched back once just to see it. I'm like, yeah, no, I'm going back to the Bears game, even though this is horrible to watch. I can't watch the
Falcons
and Raiders.
I was watching his game, flipped to you guys.
Right, exactly. Right, it just, but you guys still got a shot here. But this is the question, my brother. Kirk Cousins, obviously still batting that Achilles or something's going on because he's had pretty much 5 disastrous weeks in the last 5 weeks. And you guys sit here, though, 7-7, and you got the Giants this week, a very winnable game that could put you at 8-7 while you're chasing the Rams, who are 8-6, but the Rams have the Jets. So 2 games that those 2 teams should probably both win. But is there any scenario here where you go, man, Kirk, I'm sorry, we got to put you down? I mean, do you even entertain the thought of starting Michael Penix? What do you do at this point?
Well, it's funny that you should mention that. Broke right before we came on the air. Michael Penix has been announced as the starter for next week's game.
Really? Now, see, I didn't know that. So thank you for breaking that news here, sir, because I was not aware of that. So thank you. Look at that. Well, there you go. Well, never mind. All right, answer that question. All right, next. No, I'm kidding. Okay, so how do you feel about that? I mean, you're putting the Rook in a situation that's, you want to say must win, because, again, you're fighting for the division still with the Rams, right? You guys are I mean, not with the Rams, with Tampa Bay. Sorry, my apologies. You know what I mean? But what do you think of
I
this
mean,
Michael Penix move now with 3 games left?
I think we need something, man, because we played the Raiders yesterday, my friend. Do you understand what I'm saying? We played the
Yes,
Raiders. The Raiders had what, 2 wins coming into yesterday?
that is correct. They still have 2 wins because you beat them. So there you go.
Right. They had 2 wins coming into this game. Fortunately, they left out with still the same 2 wins and no more.
Right.
But I don't know how much of it you caught. I watched it, and Atlanta tried their darndest. Okay, I'll say it. Atlanta tried their damnedest. It's not potty mouth quality, but Tina, I should at least get a 6.5 for execution. They tried their damnedest to give the game. The Raiders still had a chance to win the game as time was expiring. It was only an interception in the end zone as time expired that saved the game. You saw the score. They could have scored a touchdown and tied it up and won with the extra point because it
Right.
probably would have been an untimed down. If I remember the
Yep.
rules correctly.
Correct. They would have got
So
a chance to take the point.
they would have won the game shy of getting
Block or
the
whatever.
point
Yeah.
after block. Right. So you're talking about a team that came out that I was like, I had to wait and see. You remember my thoughts. I'm not exactly sure how I feel about a 37-year-old guy with a reconstructed Achilles tendon. But then we beat the Eagles, and I went,
Right.
And then we only lost to the Chiefs by 5, and I went,
Right.
And then we beat the Saints. We swept the Bucks. We beat I expected to beat the Panthers. We beat the Cowboys, and I said, ooh, I'm looking at the schedule, and I'm going, this is looking like this might be something here. Leading the division going into New Orleans. We lose to New Orleans, who, as we know, they're not terrible, they're not abysmal, but they're not good. We lost. I expected to lose the Broncos. That one was a wash. The Chargers was a 50-50. The Vikings, I expected. We lost 4 straight games. Kirk Cousins threw more interceptions, doggone near, in that stretch than his actual jersey number. His number is 18, by the way, for those of you that are running it to Google his number.
Right.
And then we squeak by like Debo's bicycle. Remember Friday when Debo was they squeaked by the Raiders, and I'm going, my God, we got to do something. The offense is almost non-existent. Now, I will say the running game definitely picked up, but again, it's the Raiders.
The Raiders.
It's the Raiders. We got the Giants. We got the Giants looming in the distance, looking really ominous. But then, and I know the coaching staff had to be going, if we play like this against the Raiders and we got the Giants around the corner, and then we have to play the Commanders.
Yes.
We got to do something because I think at this point I haven't checked. I know that Tampa's leading. Tampa has
They got the Cowboys this week, though. The Cowboys trying to, I don't know, survive. I don't know what they're doing, but they're trying to pretend like they have life here. So I mean, the Cowboys could come into this game
to let their fanatic fans tell it they're gonna make a miraculous run and win the Super Bowl. But we know how that goes. But right now there's a 1-game lead, and in order for us to, I mean, there's no way for us to, because we swept Tampa Bay, so we're not going to play them again. So we got Tampa Bay on head-to-head. We just got to catch up with them. I don't know who Tampa's got left on their schedule, and I think putting Penix in the game putting Penix into play would be a shot in the arm. Atlanta. I watched the game last night. The defense looked like they were out there scrapping. The offense was out there making good blocks and things of that nature. They just couldn't get the ball down the field. This might be the spark. Week before last, to go to college football, we saw Carson Beck get hurt. We saw Gunnar Stockton come in. All of a sudden, the offense had life. All of a sudden, the defense had life. I think this might be the shot in the arm that Atlanta might need, just if for nothing else, just for the love of God, to get them over the hump and get them to win the division. Beyond that, it's up to who we play and how we play them. But just win the division.
Yeah. Well, Bucks got the Cowboys, the Panthers, and the Saints. So, yeah. So, must-win game for you guys, I believe, against the Giants to going into that game with the Commanders the week after. So, that's definitely something to look forward to for the Falcones as they move on here in the season. Tina.
Oh, by the way, before you move on.
Oh, sure.
The bag still stinks. I
Okay.
should probably throw it
Well, you've
out.
had that on for what, like a month?
Something like that.
Awesome. I love it though. Keep the bag though. Until you get that victory, you're gonna have to keep that bag, sir.
We won
Tina,
yesterday. I can throw it out.
yeah, that's not a victory. You beat the Raiders. Whatever. I don't want to hear that.
It's still a
Whatever.
win.
I know it's a win, but yeah, come on. I don't want to hear that.
All I do is win.
Yeah, all I do is win.
PJ Khaled.
Yeah, exactly. Oh man, Tina, your Broncos
Yes.
looking much better than all of the rest of our teams, right? 9-5, 6th seed currently in the old playoff picture, but massive Thursday night matchup here with Los Chargers de Los Angeles. How are you feeling going into Thursday's game with the Chargers here? Big one, interdivision, right?
It's a big game. Right now we're ahead of the Chargers because we won and they lost on Sunday. So
Correct.
we moved up a seed. It's a must-win game for us if we want to stay the 6th seed or move up, because otherwise then we're going to be playing the Bills.
Yes.
If everything stays as it is.
Right, correct. 6-2 matchup, right? Correct.
Yeah. I was a little concerned because Pat Surtain
6-3,
left the
I'm
game
sorry.
on Sunday with an ankle injury, but he's been practicing this week. So Riley Moss is still out, having our top 2 corners out against a division rival on a Thursday night game, such as with Jim Harbaugh. I know that man would take advantage of that. So
for sure.
We'll see. We are a much better team than we were when we played them earlier in the schedule. So, and they've had some injuries too. So this is going to be an interesting game Thursday night. To me, if we lose, I'm okay. I'll be okay with this. I don't like losing to division rivals, but in terms of overall, okay. I mean, the big game for me more is the Bengals, because Joe Burrow and that offense scares the crap out of me. So
yeah. Even though Joe had a pretty bad game, even though they beat Tennessee 37-27, Joe, it's like he'll have a great game and then he'll have like a so-so game. And it's like I don't know. I mean, they still scare me. Cincinnati's offense still scares me because if Burrow at any time could just go off. But the way the way your quarterback is
during that game, our offense is it has good games and it has bad games.
Right, it's off and on as well.
It sputtered really bad on Sunday night. On Sunday, the interceptions were what kept us in that game and made the score look better than it was.
I did see that. At first, I was like, "What's going on with Denver and the Colts? Like, why are the Colts winning?" I was watching the other game. I think Steelers, Eagles, and I'm like, "Why are the Colts winning? What's going on?" I go, "I'm going to leave Tina alone because she might yell at me if I like message her or something like, hey, I'm watching the game."
Well, about that time is right when Jonathan Taylor decided to drop the ball before he crossed the end zone.
Yeah. How about that? Like, come on, great fart. Come on. What are you doing, man? Cross the plate first, would you? Jeez.
I feel like
literally right before he crosses the line.
But I still think he's wasted on the Colts.
Agreed, 100%. He's very good.
He doesn't deserve to be there.
Yeah. Yep. So, I mean, it wasn't a great game, but it's another game of where this is a very young team that is just scratching and clawing and doing whatever they can.
It's exciting to watch, though. I'm really glad that you guys are the surprise of, on the AFC side. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's good for you, for your future and stuff. So
there were people that picked us 7 and 10, and some that had us at like 3 and 15, and like
I like when that happens.
I'm still waiting for those mea culpas from those people that said that Bo Nix was going to be a horrible quarterback. I'll wait until I'm blue in the face and not nature, but I'd still like to at least hear like, okay, maybe we might have been wrong. Maybe Sean was right, but that's never going to happen. So, yeah.
Hey, again, you're looking good right now. Again, I'm really looking forward to this Thursday night matchup. That's going to be a great one.
It won't be boring. Yay.
No, it's not going to be 12-6 like last week with the Rams and the 49ers, right? Another field goal game. I tell you, that game was horrible on many levels, but what are you going to do? It is what it is, right? You just
no one was interested in that game.
Yeah, no one cared. No one cared.
Could you see the NFL front offices, all the executives' heads just exploding if we go through all of this, we get to the Super Bowl, and then the Super Bowl is a game of field goals.
Hey, it could happen, my friend. What was that? What was the 13-9? The Patriot, the one Patriots game, right? A couple of years back.
Oh my God.
It was like 13-9 or whatever, right? That was
You
the
know,
score, something like that.
There have been some Thursday night games that actually haven't sucked this year, but they're still pretty bad. Like Amazon's still on par for having awful.
Yeah, Amazon's the curse. That's what it is.
But
Amazon could just go ahead and.
Lucky to have some good ones here and there. Like I said, I think that Thursday night games should be good. But oh God,
I anticipate this one should be good though.
That's
Considering you're gonna have a lot of run. I mean, Harbaugh likes to run and play defense, so it'll be an interesting matchup with the Broncos there.
It's gonna be a black and blue game.
Yeah, it is. But I like those kinds of games. I like those
too.
kinds of games. So,
look for Javonte to have a big game maybe on the ground. We'll see if that happens.
One of the running backs to have a good game.
Yeah, whatever. Right, just one. Tina's like, I'll take for one. I got two. Let's do it.
Estimate, Javonte, any of them.
Any of them. Just somebody, please.
Above 100 yards. I'll be happy.
I know you will. I know you will. All right, folks. Well, listen, we thank you for that. As always, we always start with a coin toss. We're going to take a quick break here and then come back with something fun. We have trivia for everyone, so come right back. You're going to want to see this. Yes. This video that we're going to see. Sorry. I apologize. Shout out to Nathan Snell. Nathan graduated college this past week. So this video that we're going to show is a quick clip of Nate walking the stage and accepting his diploma. So
Big Nate!
Nathan Snell.
All right. Well, of course, again, congratulations, Nate. We're proud of you, buddy. Way to go. You're looking good, my friend, as well. So really, congratulations on the graduation. I hope that whatever you're planning to do next, my friend, it's going to be great. So let's go ahead again. Thanks today. Thanks for Sean for the video. Sean was actually at the graduation. You heard Sean's voice. If you know Sean well enough, you know that was his voice going, "Oh, Big Nate." So we all know that was great that Sean was able to.
I'm surprised he didn't shout the race. Turn the camera back around. Let's go. I always told you the race is not given to the swift, nor the battle to the strong.
There's nothing wrong with that. I did not finish my undergrad in 4 years because I had to go part-time. Yeah. I had to pay my way through school. I'm not one of these like wealthy people who donate a building and all of a sudden I'm like, I had to apply. I had to fill out FAFSA forms, apply for all sorts of stuff. So, I had to work, man. I worked my way through college. So, as long as you finish, who cares, man? Don't let people like put you down just because you don't finish an undergrad in 4 years. You take whatever time you need to get done.
100%.
Yeah, it took me, Lord, from 1988 until 2020 to finish my. I mean, I wasn't going all that time. I took a very long break and had a family and all that stuff.
Yeah.
But I finished my bachelor's during COVID. So
there you go. Hey,
it took me 5 years.
It's not how you start; it's how you finish. I'm sorry. I listen to show tunes all the time.
I said it took me about 5 years altogether to get my undergrad between junior college and NIU. Yeah, exactly. And then I took 4.5 years to finish law school because I went part-time.
Hey, that's all right. Hey, you finished, right? Hey, that's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Well, I finished simply because my last semester, I was pretty much like, I am not going to practice. I am not doing this.
Right.
But I had a very long conversation with my father, of which he said, you will kick yourself if you don't finish. So
okay, well, there you go.
True.
Yeah.
Very nice.
Same thing. Like, you don't have to finish your master's in a year or two like some people do. You do what you can. And that's all that matters. If you want to. You don't have to go to grad school, undergrad.
Oh
Or
no,
as an educator. You want to go do apprenticeship? Let me tell you, man, trade schools, you make good money. Don't let anybody tell you.
You absolutely can.
Yep.
That's why you should always really weigh all your options before you figure out what you're going to do.
Not to get a trade. Ask anybody who has a homeowner. Tell them how much they pay when a plumber comes over, an electrician. Don't let people downgrade being a trade, man. If that's what you want to do.
Oh, without trade school, I am becoming very adept at fixing a lot of things around my house.
No, but I'm saying though,
it's gonna cost how much? And we got a warranty. Let me go to Home Depot right quick and pull up YouTube. Oh, that's easy.
Well, you gotta call them anyway because you messed up.
No, so far. Hey, look, so far so good.
All right,
let's go.
Let's go. All right, no.
We gotta do this.
No, I appreciate the conversation, though. I do. We're gonna move on here, though.
Right.
Again,
we kept it going so Tina could come back.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Oh no, right, absolutely. And now Tina's now back.
I gotta go now.
So we do this every year. It's a fun thing to do, and I thought it'd be fun. This seemed like a good week to kind of do this, so I was like, all right, guys, all right, gang, let's do this. So this is our annual trivia, and again, it's for fun, it's for bragging rights. I think Handy was the winner of our last one, was he not? So I mean, we try to. We'll see if Handy can defend his crown this year. Oh, Tina won last year. I'm sorry, Tina won last year. There you go. Handy was the year before that. Sorry. All right, I'll get it right one year, maybe not. But yeah, so there's 15 questions plus a bonus question this year. I threw in something that is football related, but not about players. So that'll be the last question we do. So what we're going to do is how we do it all the time is I'm going to ask the panel the question and give them their multiple choice. They will put up on a sheet of paper, whatever they have, what their answer is to the question. Give about, 15, 20 seconds, whatever. And then I will reveal the answer. And I have my tally here to points. Get Delilah, Handy, and Tina here. So I will mark down and we'll see who our winner is this year of the annual Let's Talk Football Roundtable Trivia Show. So I'm going to take my camera off because I'm going to be writing stuff and reading my notes and everything. So I will you will hear my voice, but you will not see my beautiful face. I'm going to turn my camera off and we're going to get started. Here we go. All right, people. So first question is, Sean, if you could put up, who holds the record for most career touchdowns? Is it A, Emmitt Smith, B, Jerry Rice, C, Randy Moss, or D, Tom Brady? That is, who holds the record for most career touchdowns? Emmitt Smith, Jerry Rice, Randy Moss, Tom Brady. Let me know when you guys are ready.
Is that touchdowns themselves or throwing touchdowns?
No, it's most career touchdowns. It's everything. Running, rushing, running. Yeah. Passing, or, sorry, I could talk. Receiving, rushing, all the stuff. Throwing, whatever it is. Yeah. All right. Let me know when you guys are ready.
I'm ready.
Okay. Everybody's got an answer?
Yes.
All right. Delilah, we'll start with you. What was your answer?
Sorry, I forgot. And there's a D on there.
What happened?
I forgot to get paper. So.
Oh. You went with D?
Yeah.
Okay. And Handy, who did you go with? What is that, sir? You went with D also? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Tina, what did you go with?
3 for 3. D, though I changed my mind twice.
Did you? Okay. Well, maybe you all guys should have all changed your mind because the answer is B, Jerry Rice with 208 touchdowns.
Thought.
Yeah, so Jerry Rice, all-time touchdown, most career touchdowns, 208 for Mr. Rice. So nobody gets a point on that first question.
Oh my God!
I shouldn't have changed my answer.
Listen, I should know this because I covered him in DWD like years ago. This was years ago. I'm so sorry.
That's okay, right? It's not a problem. All right, let's go on to question number 2. Which one of these defensive players has won the NFL MVP award? Is it A, Reggie White, B, Lawrence Taylor, C, Ray Lewis, D, J.J. Watt? That is, which one of these defensive players has won the NFL MVP award? A, B, C, or D? Let me know when you guys are ready.
Keep looking for the hands up button that I can do on Teams.
Oh, yeah. Right.
Like, I'm ready.
Sorry, right, I got you. Everybody ready?
Mm-hmm.
All right, Tina, we'll start with you then. Tina, who do you got for this question? Defensive player of the MVP? What does that say, darling? C? Okay, she went with C, Ray Lewis. Handy?
A.
Handy went with A. Okay, Delilah, who did you go with?
So did I. Wasn't it a tie?
A.
You went with A.
A.
Actually, the answer was Lawrence Taylor in 1986. The answer was B, Lawrence Taylor.
Wasn't it a tie? Wasn't it a co-MVP? I just forgot who it was.
No, that would have been maybe, but and maybe again, when I looked up this question, I actually had to double check it because I went off one source and I went to double check my answer.
Got it.
No, it's fine. I just, like I said, it's I want to make sure because maybe I phrased the question wrong then according to what you're saying. So I wanted to make sure that we didn't, because I tried to look for that too. I went back and looked at the questions to make sure I worded them correctly. So maybe I didn't, but yeah, because maybe it was supposed to be which one of these defensive players won it first because he was 86. If Reggie White won, it would have been after 86. So that's why I say for the purposes of this question, I apologize if that was a mistake.
You're fine. You're fine. No, I remember there was a co-MVP one year.
Yeah.
But it's fine. But I don't know if it was Reggie White, to be honest, but I thought so.
Okay, but yeah, so for the purposes of this question, it was B, Lawrence Taylor in 1986.
Got it. What was the
defensive player NFL MVP award?
Got it.
So nobody got that one either. So we're 0 for 2. It's all right, guys. We're going to get on the board now. Here we go. Third question. Which NFL team has the most Hall of Fame inductees? Now, this includes players, coaches, and administration as well. So which NFL team has the most Hall of Fame inductees? A, Chicago Bears, B, Green Bay Packers, C, Pittsburgh Steelers, or D, Dallas Cowboys? Which NFL team has the most Hall of Fame inductees?
I'm done.
Okay, Delilah's good. Handy, Tina?
Which tells me she knows the answer.
Yeah, she might.
I think she would, based on her whole NFL of day in the NFL.
Well, I think I know, to be honest, because that's all I've seen everywhere. But if it changes, then whatever, man.
Whatever, man. No. All right, everybody in? We ready?
No.
Okay. Tina's still thinking.
Okay.
All right. Everybody ready? All right. So, Delilah, go ahead. We'll start with you. You wrote down your answer quickly. Which team has the most Hall of Fame inductees? What is your answer?
A.
She goes with A. Handy, what do you say?
I went with D.
You went with D?
Uh-huh.
Okay. And Tina, who'd you go with?
B.
Well, Delilah is correct. She wrote down quickly. She's right. 37 members of the Chicago Bears are in the
I know
Hall
it
of
was
Fame.
either A or B.
Listen,
Delilah knew it right away. She wrote it down.
Our claim to glory, even though we have not been good for like the last 50 years.
That's very true. Though.
That's
But yes,
our claim to glory.
we do have 37, and good, with McMichael and Devin Hester this year, which was great. So we got another 2 in there. So we're up to 37 total for the old Bears. So after, what is that, 4 questions? No, this is question number 4. Sorry, 3 questions. We got 1 person on the board. Let's go. We got to get in the game here, Handy and Tina. Let's go. So this question might do it.
Oh my God, I got 1 point.
Right, you got 1. We're working on it. Question number 4. Which of these starting quarterbacks, and I'll tell you why I stress that in a moment, which of these starting quarterbacks is the youngest to win a Super Bowl? Is it A, Tom Brady, B, Ben Roethlisberger, C, Patrick Mahomes, or D, Russell Wilson? Youngest starting quarterback to win a Super Bowl. We ready, everyone? All right, Tina, good. Handy, you good?
Yep.
Delilah, you're good?
Yes.
All right. So the answer at 23 years, 11 months, and 3 days is none other than Mr. Ben Roethlisberger of the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Boom.
Now, oh wait, I didn't even ask you guys your answers, did I? I just said the
Yeah,
answer.
I was wrong, so it's fine.
I was wrong.
Duh, Nick's forgetting how to play the game already. We're only on question 4. So Anthony did put B according to his list. Who did you put, Tina?
I figured it was Mr. Kermit himself.
I thought so too.
Okay, so we got one for Delilah, one for Andy. Tina still needs to get on the board. No, because if some football brain wanted to come at me, that's why I made sure I rephrased the question.
Oh, I knew why you rephrased it the way that you did, because
Do you?
C and D were in Super Bowls, but they weren't the starting quarterbacks in those first games.
Well, also, Mike Tomczak, technically on the 85 Bears, was 23 years old and 96 days, but he didn't play in the game and he wasn't the starting quarterback. So I needed to change the question to, so in case somebody wanted to go, it was Mike Tomczak. He was only 23 years old and 96 days. No, relax.
No.
We went right. He didn't play in the Super Bowl, Mike. He might have got in for a series or two, but anyways. So we got one for Delilah, one for Handy. Tina, we need to get you on the board here. Maybe this question will do it. Which of these teams, next question, has lost the most Super Bowls of these 4 teams? A, Buffalo Bills, B, Minnesota Vikings, C, Pittsburgh Steelers, or D, Denver Broncos?
Where you see Pittsburgh Steelers?
Oh, did I not put that in? Oh, I put that. Oh, because I wrote it down initially and I changed it to Dallas Cowboys. Do you see? I'm getting old, folks. I apologize. Buffalo Bills, Minnesota Vikings, Dallas Cowboys, Denver Broncos. Which of these teams has lost the most Super Bowls? My apologies. I'm messing up my old game. What's going on here?
Seriously, Chewy, stop.
All right. Let me know when you guys are ready. Everybody ready? Cool.
Not yet.
Not yet. Okay.
Ooh. This is definitely Run DMC right here. Because it's tricky.
It's tricky to rock around. That's right. On time. It's tricky. Tricky. Ugh. All right. How we doing? We good? All right.
Yeah, I'm gonna just go ahead and put something down here.
All right. Delilah, we'll start with you then. What did you put down for your answer?
I put A, Buffalo Bills.
Okay, Tina.
D.
And Mr. Handy.
I put B.
All right. Well, it's actually D. The Denver Broncos. Tina is correct. They lost 5 Super Bowls.
You guys didn't hear me laughing after this. That's the question was being answered.
Now, the Patriots also lost 5, but that's why I had to change the question, because initially when I wrote it, it was which of these teams had lost the most Super Bowls, and I realized I had the Patriots on there. So I had to take the Patriots off because but yes, the Patriots have also lost 5 if anybody wants to, knows that. But for this, that's why I said which of these teams has lost the most Super Bowls. That would be the Denver Broncos at 5. So now we got a tie. Everybody's got 1 point. Here we go. On to the next question. Very good. What year was the AFL-NFL merger? A, 1960, B, 1970, C, 1966, or D, 1976? What was the year of the AFL-NFL merger?
Box.
Chewy wants to chime in, apparently. Chewy,
No,
give us the
he's
answer.
ripping a box apart behind me.
He's telling you he wants to be in. He wants to be a part of the show. Gotta love it.
He'll jump up here if he wants to be a part of the show.
For sure.
No, he's just getting mad at me because I was at work all day.
Okay,
Like
fair enough.
children.
Right, he's rebelling against his mother. There you go. So again, what year was the AFL
I'm ready
NFL merger
when you guys
completed? All right, everybody ready? How we doing? All right, Handy, we'll start with you then. What year was the NFL AFL merger completed?
I put B.
But B, okay, Delilah.
I put D.
B or D?
I put D. D for dog. I forgot this one too.
Okay, and Tina.
Probably race
put?
parts today.
C.
You put C. Handy is correct. 1970 was the year of the AFL NFL merger.
I knew it was the 70s because, again, I also covered this.
All right. So we're at a 2-1. Handy has a 2-1 lead now on Delilah and Tina, going into question 7, which is another year question. So we got 4 choices here. What year was the first Super Bowl played? What year was the first Super Bowl played? 1967. Oh, got it there, Sean. You want me to get it? I can get it. What year? Hold on. There we go. What year was the first Super Bowl played? A, 1967, B, 1971, C, 1972, or D, 1976? What year was the first Super Bowl played? The great merger. Thank you, Nicole, for tuning in. Thank you very much for commenting as well. Everybody ready?
No.
Okay, take your time. All right. Everybody good?
Yeah.
All right, Tina, we'll start with you then. What year was the first Super Bowl played?
I put B.
B, okay. Handy.
I put an A.
You put A, and Delilah?
I put C.
All right, it is actually January 15th of 1967. Point for Handy. All right, so that's after 7 questions. We got a 3-1 lead for Handy over Tina and Delilah. Let's go to the next question.
Hold on. Can someone explain that to me? How we didn't have the 2 divisions until the 1970s, but we had a Super Bowl?
Because the AFL played the NFL.
Right. Because they merged to be one into just the NFL, but in the Super Bowl, it was AFL versus NFL or whatever that was.
The 2 companies came.
Right. 2, right.
Okay, I'll have to look that up myself later.
So in Super Bowls 1 and 2,
they hadn't merged yet together.
Yeah. Well, this
they
is
were playing
the thing.
Each other.
The reason why they merged together was because of the first 4 Super Bowls. In Super Bowls 1 and 2, the Packers beat the Chiefs and they beat the Raiders. And Super Bowls 3 and 4, the Jets, who were in the AFL, upset the Colts, and then the Chiefs upset the Vikings. And so there was 2 and 2, and so they came together. The merger actually was talked about in 1966, and that's what this game was about. And then towards the end, once they saw it was 2 and 2, and it wasn't just the NFL just dominating them completely, then they realized, okay, we can bring it together. So it was the first 4 Super Bowls were before the technical merger, but it was kind of NFL being this conglomerate against the little lowly AFL. So it was kind of like the big dog going against the minor leagues. And then once they kind of came together, that's when it happened. So yes, before the merger,
well, that makes sense now that what I had with my math wasn't making sense in my head. Because I was subtracting out the 50 from 2016 and it didn't make sense in my head. So I got it now. Okay.
Oh, that's good. All right, there we go. Hey, we're getting there, folks. Let's go to our next question on the old. Which of these coaches has won both an NCAA national championship and a Super Bowl? Is it A, Jimmy Johnson, B, Pete Carroll, C, Barry Switzer, or D, all of the above? Which of these coaches has won both an NCAA national championship and a Super Bowl?
Who'd Pete Carroll play for, Coach?
Let me know when you guys are ready.
Who'd Pete Carroll coach?
And which league, honey?
Which team?
And which? Well, I mean, you're saying like what the Seattle Seahawks you're talking about?
Okay, there. That's what I was trying to get at. Yeah, I couldn't remember who he coached in the
NFL.
NFL, yeah. Okay.
Everybody ready?
Yeah.
Yep. All right. Well, Tina, we'll start with you then. What's your answer?
All of the above.
All right. Handy?
Same.
Delilah?
I put A.
All right. The answer was D. They all won a national championship and a Super Bowl. Jimmy Johnson, of course, with Miami and the Cowboys. Pete Carroll with USC, the two with USC and the Seahawks. And Barry Switzer won like 3 times in the NCAA and won because he took over Jimmy Johnson's Cowboy team when they let him go. So all 3 of these coaches won a national championship and a Super Bowl. So that does that for that. So after that first 8 questions, we have 4 for Handy, 2 for Tina, and 1 for Delilah. We are going to take a quick break, and we'll be back with the last half of our trivia and our one last thought as well. Stay with us, folks. Come on back.
Get the tape. Go, Hawk, go. No way.
Yeah. Oh,
Look
yeah.
at my man.
Oh, yeah. It's normally a roll right here at the end.
You can't make that up. You cannot make that up.
All right. Of course, that was our guy, Anton Benton, Awesome Artisans. And a funny story that Sean told me before we went on the air. While Sean was at the graduation of Nathan Snell, Anton was working on, I believe he said it was one of Nate's relatives' house. So full circle moment there. Nate's graduating and his relative's house is being worked on by Anton. So there you go. If you're in the greater Virginia area and you need some repairs done, get a hold of Anton and he'll be able to help you out. Also, Sean, go ahead. Sorry.
What was the first thing, the rolling thing? Is that a college thing?
Well, I told Sean not to play videos of me anymore, and he just ignored that and totally showed that. I told him I thought that was hidden and that that would never be shown again. But of course, Sean decided to be funny and show videos of me. So what are you going to do, right? That's what I told him. Yeah. So what can I do? I don't know. You think you know somebody. This is what happens. This is what I'm saying. All right. Well,
bets are off when it comes to
I'm telling you, the gloves are off, baby. The gloves are off. So just to recap, after our first 8 questions of this evening, we have Handy with 4, Tina with 2, and Delilah with 1. So here we go. Second half here. Let's go to the next question, sir. Thank you, Mr. Sean. All right. Okay, we'll go to that one then. Never mind. Okay. Who holds the oldest? Okay, Okay, there we go. That's okay. That's fine. Who holds the NFL record for most consecutive games with at least 1 touchdown pass? So make sure we're reading the question correctly. Who holds the NFL record for most consecutive games with at least 1 touchdown pass? Is it A, Peyton Manning, B, Tom Brady, C, Drew Brees, or D, Brett Favre? Record for most consecutive games with at least 1 touchdown pass. All right. Let me know when you guys are all ready. Everybody up? Good? Okay. Handy, we'll start with you, my friend. What was your answer?
Much as I hate this guy because he was a divisional rival, I picked Mr. Drew Brees.
All right. Tina?
Same.
All right. Delilah?
Same.
That is correct. 54 straight games, Mr. Brees had at least 1 touchdown pass. Very good, Drew. I like Drew Brees. I always did.
That's the reason I know that record because
Andy's like, I know that one. All right, question 10, which is what Sean had put up initially. So, who is the oldest player ever to play in the NFL? The oldest player. That's a good question. Thank you, Nicole. Who was the oldest? She loves it because, of course, we all know Nicole is a Saints fan. Amazing. Yes, it is, Nicole. Thank you very much. Who was the oldest player ever to play in the NFL? Was it A, Adam Vinatieri, B, Brett Favre, C, Tom Brady, or D, George Blanda? Oldest player ever to play in the NFL. All right, everybody, how we doing? Everybody good? No, Tina, you're shaking your head. No, still thinking? Everybody good?
Okay.
All right. All right, Delilah, we'll start with you. Who did you put down for your answer?
I was stuck between two people, but I put down A.
Adam Vinatieri. Okay, Heidi.
I put D.
D. All right, and Tina.
I put A also.
All right, the answer was D, George Blanda. He was 48 years old when he retired in
Those
1976.
two names. I was like,
I didn't know who he was. So.
Oh,
He played like he was like a super player. He played like
yeah, he
80
played a lot of
different
things. He
positions.
definitely played a lot of things.
Yeah,
But yeah, he
I
was
was
48
so-
years old in his last year in 76.
I was stuck
Before he
between
hung it
A and D. I was like,
Yeah.
let me go with Adam because he's like looks like an old fart the whole time.
Adam was Adam was a little older too, but you know, I think Tom beat him though with playing at 45. I think Adam was out by then, but yeah. All righty. So let's go on to the next one. Our next question is, what team did legendary quarterback Joe Namath end his NFL career with? What team was the last team that Joe Namath played for? Was it the New York Jets, the LA Rams, C, San Francisco 49ers, or D, Miami Dolphins? Last team that Joe Namath played for. Good old Joe Willie.
Broadway Joe.
Yeah, Broadway Joe. Who they probably will never let on TV again. Anyway.
I just want to kiss you really badly.
Yeah, exactly. Very inappropriate there, Mr. David. Keep that to yourself, sir.
I know him and his fur coats. That's all I know.
Yeah, the fur right. You had the white fur
commercials.
Hold on. All right, how we doing, guys? Everybody need more time?
I'm just guessing. I'm sorry. I have no idea.
No, it's okay. Do your thing. Sorry, that's why I turned my camera off too. I've got like a net in my. I'm swatting constantly at this darn thing. It won't leave me alone. I don't know what it is. All right. Everybody good? All right, Delilah, go ahead. What is your answer for what was the last team Joe Namath played for in his NFL career?
I just guessed. I'm sorry. I put B, LA Rams.
All right, Handy.
Same.
Tina.
No, I said A. I didn't know.
Okay, it was in fact B, the LA Rams was
Oh
the
my
last team
God,
that Mr. Namath played for.
Yes.
Delilah, hey, you guessed right. That's what happens. All right, question number 12. In what year did the NFL implement the use of instant replay for officiating? What year? A, 1986, B, 1992, C, 1978, or D, 2001? What year was the implement of instant replay?
Oh.
All this time, a river flows. All right. Everybody good? Still thinking?
I'm just guessing also.
Okay. All right. Handy, go ahead, my friend. What year did the NFL? Oh, you're sorry. Never mind. Don't say anything. Tina still. Sorry, Tina. I got you.
Okay, I made my decision.
Okay. Are we good?
Your Honor, I request a continuance.
Right, right. My bad. I'm so sorry. I want to give you your time. I want to make sure you get an answer in. I'm sorry. Handy, I'll still go back to you. What was your answer for what year?
I went to D.
Okay, you went to D. Okay. Delilah.
I went B.
B. Okay. And Tina?
I was going back and forth between the two of them, and I went with D.
Okay. Actually, it was A, 1986, Week 1, Bears versus Browns. They implemented the use of instant replay for officiating.
I knew it wasn't that late. I'm like, okay. I figured we were doing it before the 2000s, but I didn't think it was right after the Super Bowl of the 85 Bears.
I was kind of surprised by the answer, too. I didn't think it was quite that early either, but Instant replay started in 1986, week 1 against Bears and Browns.
Okay.
I was thinking when they were letting the teams.
Oh, like challenges, you mean? Gotcha. Okay, yes.
I was guessing
Yeah.
90s. That's when all like everybody was on the internet.
I forget that they were using it back in that they started using it earlier to let officials find things. Okay.
Yeah, it's just 90s felt like that's when like social, everything was kind of taking off and like booming with all like the. I was like maybe 92 because that's when we were like doing all this what we thought was cool then.
Yeah, exactly. All right. So after 12 questions, we have 6 for Handy and 3 for Tina and Delilah. So we got 3 more questions before the final one. So let's see how we do here. Next question. Which of these men was the first defensive player drafted overall out of these 4 gentlemen? Which of these men was the first defensive player drafted first overall in the NFL draft? Was it A, Mario Williams, B, Bubba Smith, C, Bruce Smith, or D, Courtney Brown? Which of these particular men was the first player drafted first overall in the NFL draft?
I don't even know who these guys are.
Okay.
I know 2 of them.
I don't know these guys.
All right. Let me know when you guys are ready.
We're all ready.
All right, cool. Tina, we'll start with you. What was your answer?
I had C, Bruce Smith.
Okay. Delilah?
I just guessed B because I like the name Bubba.
Okay. And Handy?
A.
Okay. Actually, the answer, Delilah guessed right. Bubba Smith, Indianapolis Colts, 1967. And, of course, we all know Bubba from the Police Academy movies, so fantastic.
And the Miller Lite commercials.
And the Miller Lite commercials, right. So everybody loves Bubba Smith.
Miller Lite commercials, I remember.
Yeah, Miller Lite commercials, right. But, yeah, he was the first.
Bubba, this ball ain't got this bowling ball ain't got no holes in it.
Yeah.
Nah, it does.
Yeah, no, it does. Right. No, it does. That deep voice he had, right? Yeah, first pick in the draft, 1967, Indianapolis Colts.
You missed some good commercials from the 80s, Delilah.
Oh yeah, no. 80s was all those light beer commercials from back then with Euchre or with the foot. Yeah, those were all great. Like those were just
he missed tremendous. The tag. He
missed
the
tag. Yeah, exactly.
I was seeing the commercials. It didn't mean I knew who they were.
No, true. No, that's fine. Right. Like I get it, but yeah, it was just but you guessed right, Delilah. So very good on that one. All righty. Now, question number 14. Which I just found this question interesting as I was going through things, so that's why I included this. Which NFL team was the last to integrate and have an African-American player on their roster? Was it A, the Packers, B, the Redskins, C, the Bears, or D, the Lions? Which NFL team was the last to integrate and have an African-American player on their roster?
I know who it is in baseball, but
I think I know, but I'm not sure. You better know.
Sean says, I know.
Sean has to know. He's got the answers.
Oh.
No, not just that. He's like a football encyclopedia.
I know. I'm.
Are you saying he's our Rain Man? Is that what you're saying?
To use
you
my
get him and Alex together.
For football, yes.
Yes, Sean's our Rain Man for football. There you go. All right. Let me know when you guys are ready. Delilah's good. Handy's good. Tina? No? Okay.
Okay. I'm ready.
All right. Why though would I know this? Well, we're gonna find out, Sean, because we're gonna let you tell us. Tina, what would you say then? What is your answer for who was the last team to integrate and have an African American player on their roster?
A, the Packers.
Okay, Delilah.
B, the Washington team.
All right, and Handy?
I said the same thing Delilah said.
All right. That would be correct. The Redskins were the last team. 1962, they drafted halfback Bobby Mitchell.
There's a reason I know this.
I talked myself out of that answer because I figured that would be too easy of a question.
Listen, I know this for other reasons, and it comes from my university with Delilah.
Yeah.
They were the reason why the first part of integration. Remember when I was bringing up all these great like black players and black coaches?
Yeah.
It was a Washington team who put a kibosh on the whole thing because the owners were like straight up what you would think Southern, that kind of ownership. And they were not having
I got you.
So that's the reason I knew.
I just figured it would be a trick question. So I went with it.
I don't usually pull too many of those on you guys. I try
No,
not
it wasn't
to.
it honestly just had to do from that because I remember doing some deep dives doing my DWD stuff and diving into my history stuff, and I knew, he hated
George Preston Marshall.
Yes, he hated integration. So back when like a lot of black
Dempsey in
when
baseball.
Black quarterbacks and black coaches were. It wasn't a big deal. Like teams were like signing them straight, from college and stuff, and it was like making waves. And people were like, "Yeah, whatever, man, just go play football." He was not having it. He was like, he put a kibosh on the whole thing, and literally he segregated football.
Very good. All right, so going into our last question, or before the bonus question where you can earn some more points. We have Handy with 7, Delilah with 5, and Tina with 3. So for this last regular question, who has the record for longest field goal of all time? A, Adam Vinatieri, Morton Anderson, C, Kevin Butler, D, Justin Tucker. Who was the record for longest field goal of all time? Even though Brandon Aubrey tried a 70-yarder on Sunday for the Dallas game, which I thought was hilarious, but he didn't come anywhere close to making it, but the fact that they attempted it, I thought was pretty funny.
I mean, to be fair, it's because this season we've shown that it's kind of changed, right?
Yeah.
The long field goals, we've seen that a lot of kickers, even those that we didn't think were elite, were making them.
Yeah.
So I feel like that's probably why they're like, yeah, sure, go for 70.
Yeah, why not? Go for a 70-yard field goal. But all right, everybody ready?
Or still question worth?
What's that?
How much is the bonus question worth?
Well, I'm going to explain that after. Right, I'm going to explain that after we finish this because there's a couple layers to it that I added. So.
Oh Lord, okay.
Trying to figure out if it's even worth it for me to guess.
Oh, absolutely, Tina, come on. You're a competitive gal. It's fine. Record for longest field goal of all time. Everybody good? Still thinking?
All right.
All right. Handy, we'll start with you. Who did you put down, sir?
Tucker.
All right. Delilah?
Tucker.
Okay. And Tina?
B.
Okay. It actually was Justin Tucker in 2021 kicked a 66-yard field goal. Yeah, so Justin Tucker for the win on that one.
The amazing thing for the viewing public that do not know about Morton Anderson.
Where was that one kicked?
Where would what? Justin Tucker's? Where did he kick it? I don't know.
I'd have to double check on that one. I just put the year and how long it was. Sorry.
But when Morton Anderson kicked it I believe it was a 63-yarder.
He kicked a 63-yarder, correct.
With half a foot.
A foot, correct. That is also correct, right?
Yes. I covered that guy because that was funny. Not funny, sorry.
No, I know.
Dempsey had half a foot.
Oh, was Dempsey on half foot?
Yeah,
thank you.
Was Anderson the barefoot kicker then?
No,
I remember he played for the Saints.
Anderson kicked the 63-yarder, but I think Dempsey was the one that had the deformed.
Was he the barefoot kicker?
Yeah,
Anderson, maybe. Elam was.
Right, Elam was, right.
Jason Elam. Jason Elam.
No.
He's the one who had a 63-yarder.
Yes, but the barefoot kicker was from Denver, but it's not Elam. It's Carlos, I think is his name.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
It was Dempsey. Okay, it was Dempsey who had the special.
Thank you for the correction, Sean. Now
it was Dempsey because I covered him because I thought so when I was doing DWD it was Dempsey. I had to look not just at. I was like, okay, I gotta really look at diversity, and so I was looking at people, with disabilities, and they made him a special boot, and because of that, they were like, yeah, you can't have special boots.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Instead of gave him an edge.
Right. Gave him a leg up, huh?
Gave him a leg up, Handy says. Well, look at that.
Look, it's been a few weeks since I dropped a pun. I haven't dropped a douche joke in a couple of weeks. I had to come in with a pun somewhere. But the missus just discovered I left the room, I came back, she is in a giggle fit. I said, "What is wrong with you?" She said, "The extra point was just kicked by Dicker the kicker." She'd never heard of Cameron Dicker before.
So okay. Dicker the kicker, right? Come on now. The Dicker the kicker. You gotta love it. All right. So after the 15 questions, we have Handy with 8, Delilah with 6, and Tina with 3. So let me explain what I did here on this last question.
Hold on. How many?
You have 8, sir.
Oh, so he won. You gotta do it for
him. He wins.
Well, again,
unless the question's worth like 6 points.
Well, no, right. So the last question here is, I went with this because I thought this would be fun for you guys. So I'm willing to give you 2 points for each answer if you answer this question, which is a possible 10 points. So it could swing the game, is all I'm saying. Who has headlined? So give me the year and give me the artist. Who has headlined the last 5 Super Bowl halftime shows? So you get more time for this, of course. Who has headlined the last 5 Super Bowl halftime shows? Give me the year. Give me the artist.
Oh, you need the year too?
You need the year too now, man.
See what you remember. Last 5.
Man.
It's just the last 5 Super Bowls, so I'm not giving random. Last 5. Who has headlined the last 5 Super Bowl halftime shows? So you get 2 points for each one if you get the year and the artist. So, like I said, this could swing stuff. It's possible 10 points. So how about this? We'll let you guys think on it a little bit. Sean, do we have something we could use for a quick break? Or we can give them a little time. We'll play a little something. So people... was our guy Anton Benton from Awesome Artisans. Again, if you're in the greater Virginia area, give my man Anton a call. He also does travel a little bit. So if you're, like I said, in and out of that area, call him up, have some home repairs done. I'm sure he'd love to have your business. I see that our 3 contestants here are really thinking hard. They look like they're sweating a little bit. You can see the shine on Handy's forehead as he puts his head down trying to figure out his answers.
Okay, I'll be honest because I know how the way the Super Bowl goes, so I don't. Because the Super Bowl is played in, February.
February of the right. So,
but it's for the following year.
But no, so okay, so just so there's not a confusion on that, when I say last 5 Super Bowls, the last 5 in order that have been played. So just to kind of give you 24 would be the first one we're talking about, and then go back.
I'm making sure. Okay, I'm making sure that's what I was...
Super Bowl, right?
Say again. I'm sorry.
Never mind. I got it.
So I'm going by 2024, 23 because that's how I wrote them down.
Yes, absolutely. The last 5 Super Bowl halftime shows, right? Starting with 24, then. So so the 24 is a given. Everybody will get a point for that because 24 is the first one. Yes.
Okay. I was just making sure that's what I was.
No problem. Yeah.
Okay. I think. I think. I don't know.
Okay. So basically, look, let's be honest. You're going to get 5 points just for writing down the years. So it's more than you are. I mean, again, you get. I said I'd give you 2
I got
points.
it. Yeah. No, I get it. I get it.
So
Yeah.
you get 5 points automatically just for writing the years down.
I
So
know,
if you get the artist right, that's more points. So
I don't know if I feel like I flipped one. I'm hoping I remembered them right. That's the part. I'm like, I hope I remembered them correctly.
Yeah.
I got you. It's all good. You guys still working?
Yeah.
Okay, no problem. Let me know when you're ready, Tina. Delilah, you're good?
Yes.
Handy, you're good?
I'm hoping I remember.
I'm still thinking. I
Okay.
think I got my years mixed up.
No problem.
Yeah, that's what I mean, right? You know, while we're sitting here, you know what?
Yes.
Well, I mean, I got the years right. I'm just.
Right.
I don't think I got the
Right.
performers in the
Make
wrong
sure you got
years.
the performers right. No, I get it.
You know, now that we're
Right.
sitting here, the cool thing about, you know, we learned about the team that like waited to make sure that they didn't have any black any black players, black quarterbacks.
Yes.
But the first black quarterback of the modern era that won a Super Bowl was Doug Williams.
Was
who
Doug Williams for
played
the
for the
Washington Redskins.
Washington team.
There it is. Exactly. 100%. Sean knew that answer as well.
Of course he did.
Yes.
Everyone should know who Doug Williams is.
Agreed. And I think, Sean, that probably is your favorite Super Bowl, right? I would think. I mean, I could be wrong, but it was your Redskins. It was Doug Williams. Like, that's probably
Everyone
your
should
favorite,
know
right?
who Doug Williams is. Just because he honestly is a stand-up guy just in general.
Yeah. So I've heard. Yeah. Seems like it. All right. How we doing? Everybody still working?
I'm feeling like an idiot. I'm just gonna tap.
Okay.
It's not that we're idiots. Our brain, a lot has
No, it's right. It's again, believe me. I'm sitting here because I wrote the questions and looked up the answers, so I'm sitting here going, "Oh, I know what it is." But of course,
the last 5 years have felt like 20 years.
Okay, fair enough. Right.
And I had to look it up just to make sure. Sean could probably tell you who Doug Williams beat in that Super Bowl.
Yes, I think I know as well. It was the team that lost 5 Super Bowls. Right, exactly.
One of the teams that lost 5.
One of the teams that lost 5 because the Patriots did lose 5 also.
Yeah.
All right. How we doing? Everybody good then? Handy says he gives up.
I'm tapping.
Delilah's done. Tina, how are you?
I'm done.
Okay. So, again, we'll start with 2024. Delilah, what is your answer for 24?
Usher.
Do I
have to spell out his name the way he does in the song? No.
No, that's okay. You don't. Handy, who did you put for 24?
Give me 5. I'm fucked.
Handy, who'd you put for 25?
For 25?
I mean, for 24. Sorry.
Kendrick Lamar is performing in 25.
Right.
Yes, he is.
Bonus. No, 24.
Was that really this past year? I thought that was 2 years ago. Wow. Well, then I got all these wrong because I have nobody for 24.
Okay. And then Tina, you didn't put an answer either, or you didn't have one?
No, I have an answer, but it's wrong.
Okay. Who did you have just for the
Rihanna?
Okay.
I completely forgot about Usher.
Okay. So Usher was in fact 24, so point for Delilah.
U-S-H-E-R. Here we go.
Yeah, right, she was gonna spell it. So for
he does it in the song.
I know he does. No, he does. I know. So then obviously the next year would be 23. So Tina, then for 23, what did you put?
I'm off a year. I'm not right. So just
okay.
Move on.
All right. Handy, 23.
I put Usher for 23.
I put Rihanna.
Rihanna is correct. She was 23.
But I had the weekend because again, I completely forgot about Usher.
Okay. So 22.
Now
do you have what you're saying, Tina, is you're off for 22 too because you put something else?
I'm literally off the whole
Handy,
time.
how about you? 22?
22 was a joyous year because that was the year that I believe that Eminem and Dr. Dre and 50 Cent and there was somebody else I can't remember that was in that.
Snoop. It was Dr. Dre. It was 50 Cent. It was Mary J. Blige. It was a whole
And I think Kendrick came out and did a little something on that one too.
Kendrick also popped up.
Yeah, I do have. So what I have is I got 50 Cent, Eminem, Dr. Dre, and K. Dot.
Right. So that's
Mary J. Blige is there too, by the way.
That is correct. So yes.
Actually, I got that one.
You did. Okay, no, that's good. So yes, 2022 was the big extravaganza with Snoop, Eminem, Dr. Dre. So you guys all got that one. Very good.
I got 3 so far.
Right. Delilah has 3, Handy's got 1, and Tina's got 1 in the extra frame. So here we go. 2021, ladies and gentlemen. So Tina, you have an answer, or your answer's still off?
I have an answer, but it's way off.
Okay.
I put Beyonce, but I think it's The Weeknd.
Okay, Handy, 21?
I thought 2021 was the year that Shakira and J-Lo did their thing.
Okay, and Delilah?
I had The Weeknd.
Okay, Delilah is correct. It was The Weeknd in 2021.
Damn it. Well, I'm wrong because that's.
He came out with a busted face.
Yeah, I remember he had the busted face. I had the busted face in the mirrors, but I have him for the year prior.
Okay, gotcha. Well, then that leaves the last year. So 2020.
That was J-Lo and Shakira.
Yep.
Shakira.
Tina, you okay? Tina, you had a different answer,
No,
right?
I had Bruno Mars because again, I was off.
Andy?
What?
For 2020, sir, who do you have? You don't. What did you have?
The Weeknd. I got The Weeknd and Shakira and them mixed up that year.
Okay, yes, it was in fact Shakira and J-Lo in 2020.
Oh my God, I got it right. How did I remember that?
So Delilah
wins.
Well, yes, because she got all 5 of the actual halftime.
I didn't cheat, by the way.
No, I've trusted that you guys were on the honor system this entire game. I'm not accusing anyone of anything, but yes, due to the final round, Delilah ended up with 15 because 15. Handy had 14, and Tina had 9. So Delilah squeaked it out in the end with getting all 5 of the artists right for the Super Bowl halftime shows. So for the 2024 trivia, Delilah wins 15 to Handy's 14 to Tina's 9.
Thank you, pop culture knowledge.
Right, say that. Yeah, I just thought that would be fun in a way for someone who maybe didn't have as many points to try and catch up. Yeah, and believe me, I made sure I double checked all those to be sure on those particular answers because I was confused by a few. I was like, wait a minute, wasn't it?
No, here's what. So the reason
I did the same thing.
There's a reason why I remember some of this. So again, we were locked up in the house in 2020, but 2020 was also like George Floyd when all the protests happened.
Yeah.
And so Jay-Z was like, we can have Black artists on, right? Because they were all protesting. First of all, a lot of them were already boycotting the NFL.
Yeah.
So he was like, well, let's make it like appreciating Latin music and Latin artists because they were like, well, we got to put on something.
Right.
And so that's when he was like, well, let's just make it a celebration of Latin culture and Latin music.
Right.
And so that's where he thought, like, let me tap in like global superstars, J-Lo and Shakira. And that's how come I remembered that one.
Okay. No, that's fair.
And so I was like, oh, I do remember who was on 2020 because we were all like,
yeah.
In the house.
Right. No, that's
all like in the house and not knowing.
Right. Because like that was really right before COVID truly hit, and then we had to stay in. Like there was
the protests were already starting, and people because they're already boycotting because with
100%. But yeah, so
Kaepernick. Sorry, George Floyd was later.
Yeah.
But I'm saying like that's kind of when it started, where people were boycotting the NFL. So what happened to Colin?
Yeah.
So I was calling Kaepernick, and people were like, "Oh, what do you mean I can't kneel?" And so that's kind of where a lot of that happened. And so a lot of Black people were boycotting NFL justifiably as they should. And so like that's how come I remembered because they were like, "We need Jay-Z," because I don't know if people realize this, but a lot of the halftime shows were kind of boring or blah, or people found them boring. They were very bland for a while, and so they're like, "Let's bring in Jay-Z as the
Coldplay."
I know,
Coldplay.
So like I said, there was a lot of bland vanilla stuff going on.
Yeah.
And so people were like brought on Jay-Z, which I know we can't say that name anymore either, but at the time he was not having this.
No, I got right. It was not
allegedly. Where's that button?
Allegedly there was But yeah, so thank you guys again. That was fun. I hope you all enjoyed it. I hope you learned a little something as well.
I can't believe my brain remembered that. I'm shocked.
No, that's good. No, I mean, again, it was a, that was one of those either you kind of remembered. I mean, you had, or like you said, you knew who they were, but the order was wrong or whatever that, the case was. So, But yeah, I just thought that'd be fun for the end. So thank you all again for tuning in for that. We hope you enjoyed it. Again, I hope you learned a little something about football. But yeah, so let's get, of course, to the final segment of our show, which is always one last thought. Again, just to announce to everyone here who's watching, due to the fact that our show is on Tuesdays, and that's the one day we all set aside for this particular show. The next 2 Tuesdays are holidays. We have Christmas Eve and New Year's Eve. So you won't see our bright smiling faces till after the new year. So this is our last show for the year. So real quickly, I just want to thank everyone who watches every week, who comments, who has sent us feedback, whatever. Thank you guys so much for paying attention to us. We do enjoy it. We love what we do here. We love being with each other and doing the show. And you guys are a big part of that. So thank you so much again. And so our one last thought for this week is just simply, what are you guys looking forward to most in the new year? Tina, we'll start with you. What are you looking forward to most in the new year?
I was sitting there. I'm horrible with New Year's resolutions and all of that stuff. I was trying to think. What I'm gonna maybe flip it a little bit and say what I will be most grateful for.
Sure.
Is that I'm hoping that my mom's mom lasts until her 100th birthday. So.
Oh, well, God bless her. I hope so. That would be great. That would be absolutely
We celebrated
fantastic.
her 99th last year, and this will be her 100th. Now, considering her sister lived to be 104, probably more than likely she's going to make it. But at this point, I'm counting every month, every day, every week.
Understood.
So,
that's great. I hope she reaches that. That would be phenomenal.
Oh, you'll get to meet her too on Saturday, Nick.
Oh, I will?
Yeah.
Even better. Now, this is great. I love that. Awesome. That is so awesome.
Okay.
Cool. Well, thank you, Tina. Handy, how about you? Looking forward to anything in the new year, my friend?
Finally getting to Chicago and meeting the three of you.
Now, that would be phenomenal. I would, you know how much I would love that. Right. Yeah, right. Well, that's going to be a weekend. Sean, we might have to try to get you down here that same when Handy comes on. Maybe we'll have to try to coordinate that with everyone and see what we can do. But
Tina Handy, Tina has already posited that she's going to have to find some kind of alcohol blocking, liver saving pill solution to take when I come to town. And she says that like I'm gonna be drinking right alongside her, and I'm like, "That's all you.
That's all you, girl. That's all you."
She's like, "No, that's okay, boo boo. You can. I will drink one for everyone that you can't drink. I got you covered. You are living vicariously through me. I will have the hangover, and you will still be able to see. And please drive slowly, because my head is coming out."
Chicago has a really good non-alcoholic beverage scene.
Yeah,
they do. Like, literally every single bar, restaurant, and it's not just like that. Like it's like legit, like IPAs that are non-alcoholic, like cocktails that are non-alcoholic. Because that's a really.
See, that's the thing. I don't even mess with those. I'm just
I know. I'm just saying though, like. If you wanted to, we have a whole, like, because there's a lot of people who quit drinking for different reasons, health reasons, not just because. Right. And everybody thinks like, oh, I quit drinking and that means like I'm an alcoholic, but that's not the case. Like a lot of people have decided not to drink for health reasons.
Yeah. Right. Oh yeah, totally. Like it's.
So, we'll be good down here, up here.
But
here.
I know, I know me, and if I say make me something and they make me a non-alcoholic cocktail, it tastes like an alcoholic cocktail, I'm gonna wind up just getting an alcoholic cocktail.
Right. No, I got you.
We also got lots of good like seltzer water options too. By the way.
There you go. Go have a Vizzy. We'll give you a Vizzy.
Me a glass of water that tastes like dirt. No, thank you. Give me a Coca-Cola. I need a pop.
About a Vizzy?
They call it pop, or they call it soda in Chicago.
Right. Well, soda, yeah, whatever. We have that argument all the time.
Come on out.
But yeah, Handy, we would love to actually meet in person, sir. I really hope that we can make that happen because that would be phenomenal, sir. I would look forward to that as well. Delilah, how about you? Anything in the new year you're particularly looking forward to?
I'm looking forward to my trip to PR next week.
Yes.
One of the reasons because I'm going with my sisters, so it's like me and my two sisters, and we're gonna spend time with my dad and traveling the island and like seeing like again, no hate on San Juan or anything, but like the rest of the island. And also because Puerto Rico and Christmas is like different. I don't know if you guys know, but it holds the Guinness World Record for the longest Christmas. Meaning like you celebrate like around Thanksgiving, and it goes through February because there's like another holiday after Three Kings Day in February. So like it's like a whole really on and on and on.
Gotcha.
So I'm looking forward to that. Seeing my dad in the holidays and my sisters. As far as 2025, I have to take that as it comes.
Sure.
I'm hoping that it's better than what I feel it's gonna be. And so that's the reason why I can't make resolutions for 2025.
Okay.
Because I don't know what that's going to look like at this point in time.
Okay. That's fair. I get it. Mine is very simple. I think 24 was, honestly, a pretty good year for me in terms of with having the surgery, getting the weight down. And I guess really I'm just looking forward to that, just losing more weight, continuing to work on all aspects of my life, health, both mental and physical. Looking at any opportunity that comes my way that I could get into something that I probably didn't want to attempt to get into before because of my weight and that sort of thing. So I just feel like that's really what I'm looking forward to most is opportunities in 25. What's ahead for me, what I could do, or, just that sort of thing. So I really am looking forward to the new year again as well. So yeah, I think that's basically the simple answer for me. But yeah, again, thank you guys all seriously for watching. We appreciate the comments. Again, it's our last show for the year, so we won't see you for a few weeks. We'll see you in the new year. Hopefully we'll all have a great, holiday season. Everybody, seriously, whoever you're with, whatever you're doing, please be safe. Please, enjoy your holidays. Be good to yourselves and each other, like Jerry Springer always said. Definitely, just I want everybody to have a great season, and I look forward to seeing you all again, in the new year, and we'll try this thing again. All right. Well, I'll just keep moving forward, guys. So for Anthony Handy, Tina Winter, Delilah Crespo, I'm Nick Rosario. Again, thank you guys so much. We'll see you in the new year. Everybody have a great holiday season. Thank you very much.